So, everybody's born with a guardian angel and a spirit guide. Everyone, without exception, I don't care what kind of people we're talking about, everyone is born with that. Not everybody listens to them. Not everyone even knows that they're around. Not everybody acknowledges their presence, but everyone has them. So we all have that support that we can access if, number one, we even have the awareness that it's there. You know, how many of you had an awareness that you had a guardian angel all your life? How many of you have known all your life that you had a guardian angel? Okay. And then how many of you didn't discover it until you were older, in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s? So all of that time, they were there the whole time. But we just, most of us, passed it off as, that was weird. You know, that was weird that happened. Gosh, that's weird. I've almost gotten in 5 accidents, but I never actually get hit. You know, one of mine that has been one of the things in my life that happens a lot. It doesn't happen as much now, but it happened a lot before I recognized that I had support when I was young. And it still happens even at times. I'm not klutzy. I don't think I'm klutzy, but I'm not, I don't know if I have big feet or what. But anyway, sometimes I will literally just be standing and just trip over a little something, and literally my body has gone back like almost 90, like I'm going down. Like I can tell I'm going, it's not even there's not even time for your arms to, I'm just going down. And something just like holds me up. That happens, I bet still to this day, it probably happens 2 or 3 times a year. And it's happened face forward too. Now there have been times where it hasn't happened. There have been times where my face has hit the ground and my ass has hit the ground. But the majority of the time, literally, it's like I was always being caught and I didn't even know. And so I think all of us have stories where we didn't even recognize that we had support around us when we did. Would you all agree? Okay, so first thing with that is acknowledge it. Hey, thanks. Okay, it can just be thank you. That's the greatest prayer, right? Thank you. Thanks for that catch. And then what I do is I internally go, okay, that was close. And so thank you for that. And what do I need to pay attention to? Because that could have been going another way. Right? Like one of the times that I fell, I have this nice big scar on my ankle and then a nice big scar over here. And literally, there's no great story to it. I was walking. And I just fell and just crushed my ankle. Like I have cadaver bones, plates, screws, all kinds of things in here. I was just walking. I mean, I've had other stories I like to tell. They sound better. But the reality was literally I was just walking. So sometimes we have experiences like that to learn from, right? And so the most important thing in remembering is that we always have the support, whether we recognize it or not. We all have guardian angels. And angels, I say that because different angels come into our lives at different times for different reasons, for different needs. You need different support when you're a teenager than you do when you're a new mother, than you do when you're a retired person, than you do when you're getting ready to transition. You need different support physically, don't you? Don't you need different people in your lives? And you need different support spiritually also. So our angels and our guides, we have one that stands beside us on each side, a guardian angel and a spirit guide, throughout our entire lives, birth to death. But then we also have many, many others that come in a variety of different ways, shapes, and forms at different times, based on our needs. And so, at any given time, I mean, you can have, I can't even give you an amount, you can have hundreds of angels supporting you. There have been times where I've been doing hospice care as a volunteer, or been with people when they've transitioned, where literally I just can see hundreds of angels that are coming in. And it's not always when somebody dies. Sometimes their presence is there. Maybe it's to help them to shift their vibration enough to be released. Because the interesting thing about when we die is, it's not that our vibration gets so low that we die, it gets so high that we release. So, we have these angels, these guides are with us always, and they're always with us whether we recognize it or not. The challenge is being aware enough to tune into the subtleties and then recognize they can help you. Like, that is the greatest thing that I learned in connecting with angels is I have this whole team of people. They're my people. I have this whole team that are there to support me, to encourage me, to help me, to guide me, to give me that sense of right or left, forward or backward. And when I started being present, and I started having conversations just like we're having right now. This is the way I talk to my angels, just like we're talking right now. Okay, guys, so what do you think? Should I do this? I mean, literally, that's the conversations I have out loud in my office when people are around. They're like, oh, who's in there? Sunny? Nobody. Just Sunny. Yep, she's talking to her people, right? So that's literally how simple those conversations can be. So when we get into what we want to manifest and how to manifest with support and create a stronger connection so that you understand the guidance that you're receiving, so that you're clear on the direction to go, which is what most people want to know. You know, well, should I go right or should I go left? Your angels aren't always going to tell you that. I wish, but I haven't gotten that figured out yet. Normally what they'll do is they'll guide us in the way that our heart, they don't tell you the whole path. The angelic realm, from my experience, very rarely ever gives you the end result. It's always the next best step. Because, why do you think that is? Present. See, if I have to always be present for the next message, then I'm always present. And in that presence, not only am I present to their guidance, but I'm present to life. I'm present to life around me right now. How many of you have had a day or a week in your life where you just woke up and you're like, where did that day go? Where did that week go? Have any of you had that happen?
All the time.
Presence.
Yeah.
Presence. And so the angelic realm can help support us in that, but we have to be there because it's our job. And you are the creators of your lives. Did you know that? Not your boss, not your husband, not your spouse, not your kids. You are. Does it feel like that? Some days are better than others. You're the creator. You get to lay out your days. You get to do that. You may have made agreements on certain things that you're going to show up for at certain times, right? But that was still your creation. True? So if you said, okay, I'm going to take this job that's 9 to 5, that was my creation, right? And if you said, I'm going to work at this particular space, and I'm going to drive 2 hours to get there and 2 hours to get home, that is your creation. So you are creating your lives. The challenge is we don't tend to look at it that way.